Now time for the second half of our double cage main event.
Peasants and peons, put your hands together for your PPW heavyweight champion. He is the crown jewel of PPW. He is the man who will tonight retire your precious Sir Samurai. He is the necessary evil. He is Sanders.
You did not miss here, Pollo Del Mar. This is no ordinary
Oh,
title
we
match.
can't stop. We won't stop. You don't have to like us, but there's nothing you can do to stop us, is there? You don't deserve a champion that great. This is your fault, Giovanna. It's your fault.
I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a low-out gangster.
You got this, champ.
And my homies is down, so gonna rise my
Shut up! Don't you dare boo the
I'm okay
champion!
talking over Pollo at this point.
Don't you dare! How very dare you, you trash!
But at the beginning of the evening, we mentioned how Midas Creed was being thanked for all the great work he's done as being part of Phoenix Pro Wrestling. And he was the person after beating Drake Cross that got the opportunity to face Sanders for the PPW title. But then, a very odd and calculated attack. Money, power, and respect. Pollo Del Mar came out with Sanders and laid out Midas.
Go home and cry about it on Instagram, Giovanna.
And then it was decided that someone was going to have to step up. And Giovanna, who you just saw, the super fan for PPW, picked a name out of the hat. And it's a day oneer. The day oneer. He has not missed a show.
And his opponent.
He has helped see PPW through good times and bad. He has fought off outsiders. And he's going to get, for the first time in his 10 years, a shot at the greatest glory that Phoenix Pro Wrestling has to offer.
Making his way to the ring, the challenger from the Kabuki Con Dojo, representing the Honor Society, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is Sir Samurai!
Giovanna right there picked the name out of the proverbial hat, literal hat. And somehow, some way, Samurai was the name that got mentioned. It was the name that got pulled out. He walked out after the September show when he and Eliza Hammer lost to the New Faces of Death, and right there, Sanders isn't even going to let Samurai get into the cage. He has the belt in hand, and he's going after the challenger on the outside. Samurai has won the PPW Tag Team Championships on 2 separate occasions, with Kowjak and with Eliza Hammer. And now, in the first ever opportunity he's been granted to fight for the PPW Championship, it is against the odds against Sanders with Pollo Del Mar and Marco Mayor on the outside. And he's going to try and do it for the Petaluma faithful. And this crowd is behind Samurai. Standing room only in the Phoenix. Sanders laying it in on Samurai on the outside. and this match has not officially started quite yet. You can see Sanders rubbing Samurai's face into the outside of the cage, showing no mercy against the Northern California Hall of Famer. Watch out, cameraman. Now back up to the stage area. You can see Marco Mayor. Oh, and Sanders sending Samurai into the cage door. And now Samurai in front of the timekeeper's table, and Sanders finally going to send Samurai into the ring. And you can hear the crowd get behind the challenger. Sanders is going to close the door behind him. And when the bell rings, this has begun. Officially, the PPW Championship match is underway. Sanders sending Samurai to the corner. The champ who won in somewhat disgraceful fashion back in May, jumping the champion after a tag match, a six-man tag match in May. After taking the Cup championship opportunity from Duke Lawrence in March, defeating Kowjak and winning the title, as Samurai fighting back here against the champ. He's going to go up top, and the Hall of Famer's going to fly. He's hurrying over into the cover, hook of the leg, but only two. And the hand-picked challengers, it even became kind of farcical when they did decide Sanders, after defending the title in September successfully, wanted Creed. He saw what Creed did against Drake Frost and said, I want that man at the 10th anniversary show. But it was all a ruse. It was a way to take him out, perhaps escape trying to defend the title at the anniversary show. But that was not about to happen, and Sanders is now taking on Samurai instead. 3 decades wrestling in Northern California. And Sanders, who has the size advantage, he has the speed advantage, definitely has the power advantage, is not going to let up. In fact, he might be trying to end this relatively early. The big boot right into the cage goes Samurai's head. Sanders soaking it in from the crowd. That is adulation. You know, Samurai, who was thinking about retiring. He was thinking about hanging it up. But he said the honorable thing to do would be to fight for the opportunity that's been given to him. And Sanders with the vertical suplex into the gourd buster. Now he goes into the cover with the deep hook of the leg and gets 2. You think about the Honor Society over the years. We've seen Drake Frost tonight. We've seen Eliza Hammer tonight. Of course, Scoot Robertson, who was also on that first show, became such a prominent part of the Honor Society. That foursome has been such a stalwart here. You can see Samurai saying, come on. But instead of going to the face, Sanders stomps on the foot, the instep of the foot there, and slams him into the cage. But Samurai, having had all those allies, of course, he was part of the pride of PPW with Marcus Lewis and Kowjak and Scoot. Well, he's out there alone. Truly a samurai tonight as Sanders, that big sidewalk slam. And normally when he does that, the next thing to come is that choke slam. And if he hits it, he is going to make relatively quick work of the challenger. He's telling them to stay down. You can see Samurai saying, bring it on. Big boot to the face by Sanders. But Samurai not giving an inch to his feet. Sanders laying in the boots. Samurai standing tall. Now a pie face. A second pie face. Duck under. Backbreaker. Samurai DDT. Pollo Del Mar complaining to Karina. Kyle on the outside, you can see there. And what did she have? Oh, she was getting the key. She's trying to unlock the cage. The 10 count is on. Pollo Del Mar yelling out, I think, to Marco Mayor. She's in the ring. Oh, and there goes the ref. Pollo Del Mar. No. I thought that was a bangle, but that wrap around her wrist, she's choking Samurai out with it. There's Eliza Hammer. The former tag team champion partner of Sir Samurai has chased Pollo Del Mar to the top of the cage. But now Mayor's in from behind with a shot to Hammer. It was Money, Power, and Respect who defeated the Honor Society for the Tag Team Championships earlier this year. And Mayor and Fabricio lost them earlier tonight to the Upstart Appeal. Wait! That's the Honor Society music. Mayor's wondering, what is this? Someone in a hooded figure. It's Scoot Robertson! He's back! For over 2 years, we haven't seen him in a PPW ring! And he is coming to the aid of his teacher! And he's telling Mayor to come on! Duck under, tornado kick! Robertson sending Mayor out. The crowd has come unglued. Scoot and Eliza now going outside. They are going to keep the cage closed, and you can see Scoot telling Samurai to go get it. The interference has been run. Sanders can't believe, he's like, what Pollo Del Mar doing on top of the cage? Pollo can't get down. Samurai ready. Clothesline ducked. Samurai ready the choke slam. If he hits this, it's over. No, Samurai blocks it. Snapmare. Back into it. Cradles him up. 2, 3, he got him! Samurai has done it! He has shocked the world!
And your winner by pinfall and new PPW World Champion, Sir Samurai!
10 years, and he hasn't missed a single show. He has won 2 tag team titles. He has been selected for the Northern California Hall of Fame. And for the first time, in his first opportunity, the man who helped start it all, at the 10th anniversary of PPW's Genesis, it is Sir Samurai who has done the impossible and the unthinkable. He has won a title that many thought he would never get a chance to even fight for. And paying respect Anthem. Honor Society. Standing large in the middle of the PPW ring. Unbelievable. Folks, it's been 10 years, 10 amazing years. We thank you for them all. We'll see you in January for the Kyle Cup.